what you love, and making money while you are at it.
In February 2017, I launched Unwind Spa.
December, January. So 2 months.
I landed on the 16th of December. Yes. And then on the 28th of February 2017, Unwind Spa opened.
You know what I'm learning now? I'm learning that when you've got a goal, Today we are speaking to Phumudzo Ramasindi, the founder of Unwind Spa. This is in Midrand. And this lady spent the better part of her youth life saving towards all that you are about to see here. This is Basadi Moshomong, a show where we will be visiting entrepreneurs, female entrepreneurs, and having a chat with them for some inspiration. Join us as we are about to chat to Phumudzo. And this is the lovely Phumudzo, the lady we are visiting today on Basadi Moshomong to have a chat with, a conversation with, that is meant to leave you inspired and wanting to do more and better with your own life. Thank you so much for welcoming us to your space, and welcome to Basadi Moshomong.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. Now, I want to know about who you are and where you come from, your background. What is your background?
Well, my name is Phumudzo. As you said, I was born and brought up at Hakotama, Maibani. That's where I grew up. I went to school there until I finished my matric.
Okay. And when do you then move to Joburg? Is it after matric, or when did the move happen?
Right, so after I passed my matric, I wanted to study stomatology. So being that stomatology was not, or is still not, one of the courses that is very common in the black community, yes. My parents obviously were not so keen on me studying stomatology, so I came to Joburg to look for space at vets. I couldn't, it was full, until after some run around I ended up in Cape Town. That's where I could get space, and then so I went to study stomatology there for 3 years.
So you're a qualified stomatologist.
Qualified stomatologist.
Okay.
Studied there for 3 years.
Yeah.
On my 3rd year, I was blessed enough to get an interview with a company called Steiner, which Steiner is a company that has contracts with the cruise lines overseas. Okay. So I got into the interview and I got a job
at Steiner.
At Steiner. Okay. So they interview you when you're still at school, when you're doing your 3rd year. Okay. So from there, that's when my first job was on a cruise ship.
Before we get there, you get interviewed by Steiner, and Steiner places you at a cruise ship.
Yes,
I see. So when is this? Is this your 3rd year?
Yes,
this is your 3rd year, and you are about to graduate.
Yes.
So you get placed the year towards the end of the previous year.
Yeah.
Okay.
You pass the interview.
Yeah.
You get to say you get the results. You have passed the interview.
Yeah.
And you have time. They give you time, obviously, because there's so many other things that you need to do to prepare.
I see.
So they give you time to go the following year.
Oh,
so whenever you are ready the following year, then you go.
So your job is secure.
Yes.
Okay. And then you then go on this cruise ship.
Then I went on this cruise ship the following year. That's where I started my career, basically. So I was working on cruise ships. I did 2 years on Steiner cruise ships, where I went around the world.
Yeah.
After 2 years, I came back home and I got married.
Okay.
So stayed at home. The plan was I was gonna get married and then I was gonna stay at home. So I stayed at home after I got married, and I stayed at home for 4 years. In that 4 years, I had my son. When my son was a year old, I had started already having dreams of opening my own spa. Now, the one place that I knew I could make money quick, fast, was the cruise ship, because I had done it
there
before.
yes.
I
So
did it for 2 years, so
you saw
I
the
knew
loot coming,
how quick I could save some money. And in order for me to open a spa, I needed money. Definitely was not going to wait for, let's apply for funding and things like that. My parents will not be able
How
to.
old are you at that time when you're having this conversation with yourself?
At that time, I was 26.
Okay.
So when I came back from ships, I got a job to work at a spa at Moloko Hotel, which is in Sandton. So when I was working there, that's when I started. I was a spa manager there. So I started having these visions of me opening my own spa, and I knew money was going to be an issue. And then it comes to a time where I pushed it so hard that I sat down with my husband and I said, listen, I want to open my own spa. And I know we don't have money for us to do that. But there is a way I know how to make money, the quickest and good amount of money. It's a matter of saving. So we had this conversation for a few months. How can we do it? How long would I be gone for? And things like that. At that time, my son was a year old. So we came to a decision that we are going to allow me to go on ship.
He then says, you get my blessing, go on a cruise ship again.
Yes.
Your son is a year old.
Yes.
Okay, now here is a woman like a spinner right now, because I'm thinking 1 year old, you've just gotten married, and your husband then says go, and then you leave. How long are you on the cruise ship?
Our contracted ran from 6 months to 8 months. So you could be on the ship between anything between from 6 months to 8 months. So
to 8 or 18?
To 8 months.
Okay.
So we made that decision that at that time we were staying in a complex. So in a complex, obviously they don't allow us to do business. So the first thing was we need to purchase a house that is a freestanding home so that we'll be able to do our thing. So we made that decision and then agreed that we were going to take our son back home to our parents, who will be looking after him since he was only 1. And then I will then go. And then we took that step and then I left. I was gone for 8 months for that first contract. Came back after 8 months, and the second before I came back, we had already started speaking about, is the money enough for what we want to do? The money was not enough after that one contract. So I came back home, stayed at home for like a month. You need to keep in mind that the longer, because people will come back on a break and stay for like 6 months, 3 months, 6 months. The longer you stay at home, if I stayed at home for 6 months or 3 months, it was going to be the longer I was going to keep going back. It was going to delay
I
me
hear what you're saying.
to get closer to my goal.
To the goal that you have.
So the best thing was for me to stay home at least 4 weeks at a max. The longest I've ever been home was 4 weeks at a max. So I would come home, stay at home for 4 weeks. After 4 weeks, I went back.
You go back.
Again, I was gone for another 8 months. On the second year, that's when I came back, we purchased a property where we're going to do our thing. And then obviously after purchasing that property, then we started having a direction of, this is how we're going to do it, what does the property have, what do we need to add, and so on. So it needed more money. So we made a decision, I'm going back again for the third time.
I think I need to go on a cruise ship because I need a lot of money right now. So wait, I need to go on this cruise ship. You're going for the 3rd time now. And please tell me, the 3rd time around you made money.
Well, I was making money the previous time.
To finish up for the...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
You know, when you're on a ship, you have to be addicted to something in order to survive. It's a very emotionally draining experience. As beautiful as people might just think, oh, you're being ungrateful, you're traveling the world, you're seeing the world for free. But being away from your family first, that drains you emotionally. You work such long hours. That's tiring. So you have to focus so that you get this thing done and move on.
So that
with
you
your
can come
life.
back
Yes,
home.
and move on with your life. So I was the third time, even throughout my my previous contract, I was labeled as the stingy girl.
Okay.
Because
I'm labeled as stingy.
I never spent money on, well, I don't drink alcohol, so I never spend money on going out. I bought things as necessary as it was, and I had done ships before, so I did all those buying gifts for the family for the 2 years that I did previously.
The first time, I mean, it's still exciting, so you can still do that. But the second and third time, now the focus is
there must be focus. Okay, what are we doing? Because you can only buy so much presents for your family. So that was no longer a thing for me. For me, was every single dollar needed to be saved.
But you know, I'm stuck to going out, and I'm thinking, when you say going out, are you not in a cruise ship? Are you not stuck in this in this thing? So make me understand the going out part.
So what happens is a ship moves like, let's say a bus is moving. So it's, let's say starting from Limpopo. Okay? The bus stops at Limpopo, new people come in. And then some are going to get off in Polokwane. So when you get to Polokwane, what happens? The others get off. You also, when it stops, you also get a chance to go outside.
And just see the world.
Explore the world and see. That's where the money is being spent. So you are in New York, people are excited. You have all not even 3, 5, 6, 10 meals in a cruise ship. You eat whatever you want. You eat with the guests. So for me, it was not necessary for me to leave in the morning and go have breakfast outside in New York and spend $200 on a breakfast or lunch and even have dessert. Whereas I left all the food in the ship. Dessert, anything that could I want, free of charge. So that's when I was labeled stingy. I never wanted to spend money outside in restaurants. I would buy clothes as I see fit. Also, I will not buy gifts. You have people that will buy you gifts. There was this thing of buying each other gifts on your birthday and whatnot. I would buy you a gift if I can afford it, but I will not buy a Burberry handbag. I will not buy you Louis Vuitton shoes.
The goal was Unwind Spa.
I had a vision of Unwind Spa. I could not spend money on friends and things like that.
So you then come back the last time. And then when you come back, what then? How is this then born?
Then I come back finally the last time. I had come back 6 months before then we moved into this property.
Okay.
Then when I left, we had already moved into the property. So now the vision was even closer. So now I could see what exactly what I'm doing. Yes. What is it that I'm saving towards? So when I came back, it was just quick things. I came back in December 2016. In February 2017, I launched our Unwind Spa.
December, January. So 2 months.
I landed on the 16th of December. And then on the 28th of February 2017, Unwind Spa opened.
You know what I'm learning now? I'm learning that when you've got a goal, when you've got a vision, and when your mindset is in the right place, it really doesn't matter what is going on around you. You will remain focused so that you can come back and give birth to that which you left having in your mind. And I'm so excited. So I want you to tell us, Hore, what is it that you offer at Unwind Spa?
So we are mainly a spa that offers massage treatments, we offer skincare treatments, and we do events. Events in the way of we host spa birthdays. Okay. So it will be your birthday. You will say, listen, I want to come with 5 of my friends or 10 of my friends. You choose the treatments that you want to have. We pamper you, and then you have lunch.
So it comes with a package.
Yes. Then you have lunch, you take pictures, you relax, you unwind.
Also, hence the name Unwind. I see. Get it. And what I also want to know about is, in every business, in every journey of being in business, it's not always smooth, you know. I don't want people to be watching this and to think she went on a cruise ship, she went back, she came back, she went again, they made money, came back on the 16th of December, 28 Feb, they launched. It must be that easy, or it must be, you know, a cruise to actually get there. I want you to share with us the challenges you had, especially after having launched, the challenges you encountered, and how you overcame them.
As a new business for everyone, it was not easy. I remember in 2017, we opened 28 February. In April, I traveled to PE for my brother's graduation. I went with my mother. We spent a week there. For that whole week, my phone didn't ring. Remember, Unwind Spa had already opened. I'm with my mother there, and she can see me. She can see what I'm doing, who I'm talking to. My phone didn't ring, not even once, which means not even one client
Came in,
to inquire or to say I want to come in. I could go for a week without any client at all. It needed a lot of my paying attention to detail.
You need to be present.
Yes. It also needed a lot of my vision to slowly come alive as I made it better. Unwind Spa is actually built up by a whole lot of experiences from overseas.
Okay.
All the islands that I went to, all the different countries that I visited. The other day I was going through my pictures on ships, and I found a picture where I was at the beach at Cayman Islands, and I wrote Unwind Spa. That was 5 years ago. And I'm like, I've been having these visions for a very long time where I visualize Unwind Spa. At that time, I don't know how many logos I've changed. That I wrote a certain logo.
And I know
there.
that this is not the logo I know that you started with.
Yes. So as time goes, I became having a different eye of, okay, this way I can do it, this way. And as I was working and making some money, another trick is save money, spend money on things that are important for your business. So I will improve my things as time was going. As you know me from 3 years ago when Unwind Spa opened, it didn't start like that at all.
And how are you surviving in this COVID season? How are you surviving, especially because your business is more touching and being in close contact with people? How has this season affected your business?
So with COVID, it has been very challenging. Not working for the past literally 3-4 months of no revenue at all. It took me back to
when you started. Okay.
Save for rainy days. Because if I had not been saving for the past 3 years, I wouldn't have survived. I survived because I had been saving. So all those savings that I had for rainy days, that's what pulled me through for the past 3 months that I was not working.
So you're saying to a businesswoman out there, somebody who's just started, remember to save. And this is what I live by, whether in business or personal. I save to the point where there are people in my family that actually thinks I'm a mashonisa. Like they'll be coming in like, I'll see kopa poneka, and I hear and understand you completely when you say that, because even with me personally, in the past 3 months, I saw the savings that worked for me, or rather that I had kept working for me. And I think that's a very, very good lesson for somebody that is watching. Remember to save. Female entrepreneur, remember to save. Paulina Mapapa is your cousin.
Yes.
One of the things that she said to me when I started business, I approached her as a businesswoman, and I said to her, what is one advice you can give me as somebody who's starting in business? She said to me 2 things. She said to me, the first 5 years, you won't have a salary. And I was like, and the second thing she said to me, business money is not for a weave and it's not for shoes. So I hear exactly what you are saying. Now, Phumudzo, I want us to wrap this up. And as we wrap it up, I want you to speak to a young lady, somebody who's already in business and they are ready to close shop and they've just been through a lot of just that emotional, roller coaster. What is it that you can actually say to them?
I would say pick up from where you are right now and focus. Look at your diary or your book and say, what is it that I can change?
Okay.
Or what is it that I can do to save my business from where it is? If it means starting it from bottom again, start it from bottom. Don't give up. Don't give up. Giving up is never an option.
It's not an option.
It's not an option. No matter how hard it is, it's not an option. Right now, things could be, I could be seeing 2 clients a week. Instead, before COVID, I was seeing 10 clients a week. But half a loaf is better.
That's a big drop, yeah.
It's a big drop, but it's better than nothing. At least that's 10 rand that's coming in.
True.
Instead of nothing, instead of zero.
True.
Also, I find people lose focus.
Okay.
Focus on your dreams. Focus on your goals. Focus. Passion. Have an eye for that attention to detail. I feel when you're passionate about something, you can pay attention to detail, that you able to come up with things that, okay, I can do this, I can do it this way.
Can rebrand,
I can
use this
what
marketing
can
strategy
I do to improve
Yes,
my brand?
yes.
Now COVID is almost finished, or we are slowly coming out of it. What angle am I coming up with? Those are the things that should have been decided throughout during the COVID. Those are the plans
during the lockdown. The 21 days should have worked.
Those are the things that you would have decided on. Okay, as soon as we are open, I'm coming up with this. I'm coming up with this. I'm coming up.
I hear what you're saying. And now, just one last question. I mean, 3 years ago when I came here, things were not like this, and I'd like to believe, having had this conversation with you, it's very clear that you're a woman with a goal. You're a woman with a vision. So I want to then ask Jorge, if I then visit you in the next 3, 4, 5 years, where am I going to find Unwind Spa? And I don't necessarily mean space, but I just mean, what are your goals for the next 5 years?
Well, right now, what I'm thinking at, you have to grow your things. I have a huge passion for events. Okay. I have a huge passion for taking things in a different angle. So I want to mainly enter into a bigger space where I can host weddings.
Oh wow.
So I want to host a wedding, whereas where you come in is going to be your wedding. You come in the day before as a bride. You get pampered, you unwind. Then the next day is your wedding. We do your wedding, everything in there. You can even stay in there again. The couple or the married couple can stay there after the wedding day and just unwind.
So that when they go on honeymoon, they've rested, they've got their massage, facials, and all of that. I really, really like what you were saying. And thank you so much. I am deeply inspired. If I thought I was a saver, I'm going to save more. If there was a cruise ship I can go on now, I would run to it now. I don't know what I'd do on that cruise ship because I'm not a dermatologist. I'd probably serve drinks. I don't know. But I am more and more and more inspired to go and save in order for me to be able to grow the businesses that I have. And thank you for being that inspiration. That was the lovely Phumudzo. I am so excited, and I'm sure you are inspired by her story. If you watched this and you are not inspired to save, to have a goal, to have a vision, woman, then join us for the next episode and see if that episode can't really bring more inspiration to you. From me, Linda Wagamaponyani, this is Basadi Moshomong. I'll see you next time.